C'era nana gundoso remine che l'orak gurukat. Manama treto sobre barak to drun. Krishe mentru gre baban. Terewana jun.
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
What do you want now? Kunda used to be Old Man Matali's estate, but he didn't do so well during the war. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government. I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't that many settlers on Dantooine. This building is the start of something new for us. We are very proud of it. We're working on it. Is there anything else you want to talk about? She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attacked, she kept us together. We'd had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. But after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a bandit is just a vibra-blade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is the farmers give them goods, money, food, or whatever just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't, there have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Kath hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenary. A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Kath hound and Kinrath populations under, so there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. So the disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more. Kunda used to be Old Man. The administration.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. Well, you remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
The salvages keep coming here. If it weren't for the Jedi, we'd be a prosperous community. They brought us no—
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask. Garavik is a salvager, the worst one of the lot. Try to stay clear of him. He's a dangerous one to cross. Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like. You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvages or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary. Her office is directly behind... The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant Anzeron, the leader of our militia. Akere is still around. If you get into any trouble, he's the person you'd contact. He's at the militia. The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. No, I couldn't. If you're really interested in that... Certainly.
A lot of people here hate Jedi.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want... Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get...
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator...
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then, they...
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blast...
But I can't farm. Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve...
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone near. The closest place besides that is the Salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and then... A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. I suppose you could.
If you could go to this Salvager camp and...
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war. It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that land. No friendly greetings are here for you. You act like I have insulted your man. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it take... I am done.
Zeron keeps goading the mercenaries. I think he should let the little things slide. He's making things worse for him.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here. You haven't? Well, that's something. I'm the second in command over here, and we keep getting incidents. Our staff is stretched thin. Too thin. If you do have trouble, I'm not the one to talk to. You need to talk... This is... sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zero. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just... So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries... It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't... Just look around. See if Zeron's up to something on the side. Something that'll hurt the fragile peace we got with the mercenaries. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it. I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept... I'll tell you... You should see Administrator Adare about that. She'll be able to set you up. You're not a typical... I've heard that rumor too. People get really riled up about Jedi around here. During the war, the Jedi were a big help here. They did everything for us. I try to stay out of it, though. Standing up for Jedi is one way to become... Maybe. Although I don't know why a Jedi would come back here. The only Easy to say for someone that doesn't live here. I'd rather grab an unshielded power coupling than get involved in that debate. The militia's dealing... You're not wrong there. For what good it'll do, if it comes up, I'll say what I think is right. You happy? Talking about Jedi is just depressing these days. Any other cheerful... I'm here to help. All right.
Tochi monas runta. Yun bola. Posoma britushni. Posoma britushni. Posoma britushni. Hoshman funi wado de kuta masa. Hoshman funi wa insorana. Fasasush.
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it? Talk to Baroon first. If your situation needs militia involvement, he'll send you my way. You got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters? There are better places to explore and better people to know. I'm sure you have your reasons, though. I'm sure you got questions of your own. And if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something? I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it. Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things. Very. The Kinrath you see on the plains aren't as tough as the ones inside the cave. Kinrath are normally just pests. We think nobody knows. We used some explosives to seal the cave a couple. I know there are crystals in there too. Some of the salvagers once thought about going in. The cave is on the south. That's all I can. You once. Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so. The whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game at the last. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. but I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real... You want some? He did he? You can't compromise with those people. They're like Minox and a power converter, sucking the life out of us. So he's asked you to go looking into what I'm up to. Appreciate. All right, I can use... There's a mercenary captain near what's left of the Jedi Enclave's courtyard. His name is Dopak. Just, you have questions, but it's like this conversation never happened, got it? Just do it. We can talk more.
Hello there! I'm not the one to talk to. We should probably talk about... All right. Hello there. I'll tell you anything. I'm here to... I don't know what... The thing is, so it's like the mercenaries, so he has to get... Maybe. It's trick. I also think if someone could... Just, so if you happen, we should probably... All right.
Settlers and salvagers are always at odds.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed? And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel. That is an unfortunate truth. And a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memory. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the room? We are fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave security. Is there anything else? I have no doubt that Baroon means well, but I have every confidence in Zeron. I would ask you to ignore anything Baroon asked of you. He doesn't see the full scope. I realize that I'm asking you for help, but you must also know that I am the head of this nominal government. What have you learned, Jedi? Forgive me if I seem to doubt your word, but I won't impugn Zeron on the basis of hearsay. I hope that you have... Is there anything else? Like many parts of Dantooine, the sub-level of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects. Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the lake. Is there anything... There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia. Besides that, just... To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years... And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have... I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation... Who do you want to know about? There are 3 groups of people. Dantooine is one of the younger worlds of the Republic. A couple of generations ago, this world was still untamed. We made great progress, in no small part. But recently, we have been losing ground. During the war, the most prominent settler families either fled or were executed by the... But now we are organizing and starting to truly work together. Once we achieve that... No, I suppose I'm not. We need the Republic and always have. We aren't self-sufficient yet. The most humanitarian elements of the Senate have put their careers at stake in the rebuilding of Telos. If those efforts succeed, they're but if they fail, there are colder, more authoritative elements in the Senate that could come to power. They would think nothing of leaving. That would be a tragic day for Dantooine and many other worlds. The Republic is in flux. They are a necessary inconvenience. Money has been a great concern to us, ever since the Sandrals and Matalays were removed. The agricultural exports we produce just cover basic maintenance. To expand and prosper, we needed credits. So we had... It was not a decision lightly made. And even then, we couldn't do the work ourselves. Too dangerous. And every settler matters on our small world. So we opened the door to... The salvagers you see now are the last remnants of that force. The tithe we took from their claim. We plan on using those credits to improve production and protect our world. We have enough to... We tolerate their presence because we must, and they generally follow our laws. But their time is almost... and it has too many dangers for them. The salvagers aren't warriors. Mercenaries have been a problem for Dantooine since the end of the Mandalorian Wars. When the Jedi Enclave... Relations are uneasy between us. Their leader, Azkul, was a Sith trooper during the war, and I have no... If you want to know more, I suggest you talk with Barun in the militia headquarters. Certainly.
Let's get this over with.
It's mine.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need. If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it? What does the militia have to say to us? Any of our men get into trouble? I think that Zeron is 3 cards short of a Pazak deck. You can tell him you've delivered your message. I don't suppose you're here to hire him. I know about the thief. The amount of noise the settlers have made over that thief, you'd think he... Before you ask, I have no idea who the thief is. It's not one of us. What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak. You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just mean their weapons. I meant their character. They're very quick to blame So the galaxy has dealt them a bad hand. They should ante up and get back in the game. It's just another spaceport to me. We've been here too long for... We have to live somewhere. Something those settlers don't seem to understand. That flaming administrator and her cat hound Zeron can't keep their noses out of our business. There's a natural order to things that they just don't seem to get. They'll learn. Just make sure these settlers know their place. The Republic isn't going to send a... It galls me to they're on their own. I have time to kill. Most of us are veterans of the Jedi Civil War. Some even fought in the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of soldiers, the really skilled. A Sentient by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper for Malak during the Jedi Civil War. We had a contract with the Republic, doing some work in the Outer Rim. Now the Republic isn't hiring anymore. A Sentient by the... We find ways to divert ourselves. A lot of us find odd jobs. There are many more I have time to kill.
Can I help you? Just trying to make a living. At least there's still people in... It's not glamorous work. I've heard the rumors too. There's no way I'm gonna... We didn't pick a new Mandalore when the last one was killed.
Smells like another salvager's come to our camp.
Ease off, Nalik. There's better...
I don't need help to take out a mudlicker. You fight in any wars? I fought in the Jedi Civil War. Sides don't matter much. We're all soldiers. Most of us mercenaries worked with the Sith. I thought you were one of those useless salvagers. Or perhaps an uppity... So I figured blasting one of them would have done me some good. You were a soldier too, so you know I want to answer your question. Oh, my head. I don't know for sure. I hear rumors. I heard we got a secret job working with some powerful organ, but I don't know against who. They aren't too far though, because we're expecting to attack soon. I told you what I know. Someone rich. I don't feel so well. I feel...
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina... Oh, is that so? You're no mercenary, and with those armaments, this isn't a social call. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn. Because anything valuable in the ruins was carted away months ago. The only salvage... And while you look dirty enough to be here, I don't think you're any of those... The only thing left is the sub-level, and that's crawling with Legrex. And don't be asking any pesky questions. Because there isn't enough salvage to share with the people already here. And I've been here the longest, and I'll be here last. I buy Jedi salvage from the ruins. Slow business now, but I get by. Sometimes I sell them to visitors like yourself. You should have let me know you're a customer instead of letting me think you're some diseased...
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. A civilized person with manners. Very rare in this part of the galaxy. I am most honored to meet you. If I may, a question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all... You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of I assure you it isn't. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real... How did you know? Well, I never unload this accursed thing. This isn't my fault. This forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. No, of course not. Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. But now there are a few of us, and I'm stuck with this garbage. There's no way I can... You with all your observations. I'm not going to talk to you about the holocron anymore. So, what should we... You should talk to Durala. I've told her everything I know. I think I saw I believe that the thief has to be living in the sub-level. Because I didn't get a clear look at the thief. It was... There isn't much to see.
You still look... Don't tell me that flaming Solru sent you. I went over all this. Every other night it seems we find something missing. And it's not like we... So the thief keeps coming from the ruins or whatever hole he lives in and taking what's ours. If we... The only guess I've heard is it's a mercenary that's been kicked out. Most of them leave us. I hear he's planning to shoot anybody that goes on his farm. I'm just glad we're not the only people suffering. Maybe if he moans enough, the militia will do something. That's our best guess. Sneaky as sin, but Raylon cut... If you haven't met Raylon, though, he's not... If you must. If you can't... If you're not going to listen to anybody, maybe you can help me out. The only place, and they're now dead fools. Yeah, I'd like to do the decent thing and get their body. So, if you find a couple human corpses down there, just grab their... Less salvagers that are still here. To
Take him down.
feel it. The wound on this world, it is centered here. If we succeed in gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well. We will know when the time comes. And I hope our enemies do not.
How do you like that?
To battle.
Yutapak mito, hai best nikta dochim mapao krawenosha. What a lord. Yatuka uwanrika chotin. Huta yanolia. Jukta gene chubawanki najung winoton ma no mivrita.
Was that really necessary?
Kavanatagalu! Kavanami donki krato. Charika yayakta min sobachina ninga ballo cha jukso ni chortona. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lispa. Bramtaba nin sochu. Da come Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma. Kavadumpa mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyu kavanataka. Yutapak mito hai best nikta dochim mapao krawenosha. What a lord chiba fuso bachila nuba chubanok.
This one.
Let's get this over with.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance.
Echoes. I feel echoes of the Force.
Force-sensitive locations. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel... The crystals here do not drain... The crystals here are...
Weakness is revealed.
Let me handle this.
The honor is mine.
Let's get this over with.
Crystal responds to you. This is very rare indeed. The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber. Quite the contrary. Picture yourself as a sieve, and the Force as water pouring into you. This crystal draws from the excess water that escapes the sieve. The crystal is in tune with you. It will use whatever water that pours through you, be it dark or light. You scoff at this gift, but many Jedi would greatly covet such a treasure. No, the crystal has bombed.
This one see that. this one see. Weakness is revealed.